Hi, I'm Adam Yenser, and welcome to the Canceled News, the only weekly news show that airs every few weeks. I took a little time off, but much like Jeffrey Toobin, now I'm back. And look what I did during my week off. I finally did it. I finally went and put a Band-Aid on that zit I popped on my arm. I've also been adding a bunch of new dates to my stand-up schedule. I have shows coming up in California, Pennsylvania, Arkansas, and Kansas, so check out my website, adamyenser.com, for details. Now this week I'm trying something a little different. I've resisted using a laugh track for a long time because it's kind of corny and hacky, but I don't have room for an audience in my studio, so tonight I figured I'd give it a try. Hopefully the laugh track feels natural and, helps the jokes. This summer, France is sending a second, smaller Statue of Liberty to the United States, which is perfect since modern Americans have become too fat to walk to the top of the old one. The smaller Statue of Liberty is also perfect, since thanks to lockdowns, gun control, and cancel culture, our liberty is smaller than it used to be. If France sends us any more statues, it'll look like they came from Russia. As part of their national month of action against COVID, the Biden administration has partnered with Anheuser-Busch to offer free Budweiser to everyone who gets vaccinated. Of course, if you don't have the vaccine and still want a free Budweiser, you can go to literally any picnic, frat party, tailgate, or friend's house in America. Biden's free alcohol plan has indeed led to a month of action, but not with the vaccine. With less than a month to go, the Biden administration may miss its goal of having 70% of adults vaccinated by July 4th. But Biden has promised that his administration will spend the remaining 3 weeks working tirelessly to blame Trump. Dr. Fauci said this week that when it comes to the fight against COVID, we cannot declare victory prematurely. He added that wearing 2 layers of protection can prevent you from achieving victory prematurely. In honor of Pride Month, Burger King is donating a portion of the sales of its chicken sandwiches to the Human Rights Campaign. And McDonald's is selling the new LGBLT. Facebook announced that it will continue to ban Donald Trump until 2023, at which point he will most likely get banned again by February of 2023. Trump is already working on a series about his time in Facebook jail entitled "Orange is the New I Was Already Orange." It was announced that Donald Trump and Bill O'Reilly will be going on a speaking tour together at theaters around the country. And that tour better be called "F*** It, We'll Do It Live." A TikToker went viral for a video trying to explain the difference between pansexual and bisexual, and why being pansexual is not biphobic. Now, I'm not completely sure, but I think pansexual is where you have green hair and a safety pin through your nose, and bisexual is where you have purple hair and a safety pin through your eyebrow. A Texas mother was arrested for posing as her 13-year-old daughter to attend school all day. Teachers became suspicious when she dropped herself off at school in the morning. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Barack Obama said that his daughters are wiser, more sophisticated, and more gifted than he was at their age, but they still do the same amount of drugs. Beekeeper Erica Thompson, who went viral for handling bees with her bare hands and without protective clothing, is being criticized for her unsafe practices. Erica responded, "What do I do with my bees if none of your bees work?" A microscopic organism called a rotifer was revived after being frozen in the Siberian permafrost for 24,000 years. That's amazing. When that organism was frozen, the Lion Man sculpture had just been carved, woolly mammoths still roam the earth, and Joe Biden was in his last semester of 4th grade. This week, Dubai opened the first Holocaust memorial exhibition ever in the Middle East. Dubai's Holocaust Memorial Museum is amazing. It consists of a skyscraper, an elevated infinity pool, an indoor ski jump, and a Ferrari track. An upcoming book claims that in a private meeting with campaign staff, President Trump referred to Joe Biden as a mental retard. This story is obviously false. It's an attempted smear. Donald Trump doesn't call people retards. He just acts it out. R. Kelly's 2 top attorneys have withdrawn from his legal team right before his trial is set to begin. When asked which of the attorneys he would miss more, R. Kelly said that he loves number 1. The prices of common goods from steel to food to microchips are increasing due to inflation and increased demand after the pandemic. I get the increased demand for food and steel, but who's been ordering all those microchips? Jeff Lowe, one of the stars of Tiger King, failed to show up for court in Las Vegas. Never mind, no one cares about Tiger King anymore. The FAA is changing its passenger limits for airlines because passengers are heavier than they used to be. On the bright side, everyone is now their own flotation device. The Canadian company behind the controversial Keystone Pipeline announced that it's canceling the project after Biden revoked its permits. Now Indigenous people will be able to travel freely across their land in cars full of $7 gas. In their exhibition fight last weekend, Logan Paul lasted 8 rounds against Floyd Mayweather and no winner was declared, but everyone who paid to watch the fight lost. While there was no official winner, Mayweather was clearly the stronger fighter, landing 43 punches. I mean, look at that. Logan Paul got punched so hard he probably forgot who he was, just like the rest of us. Jeff Bezos announced that on July 20th, he and his brother will fly to space in a Blue Origin rocket. They'll return a week later, or on that same day if they pay for Prime. Richard Branson is reportedly trying to beat Jeff Bezos into space and may launch his own rocket by July 4th. So we'll have to wait and see which one of them tragically explodes first. Chris Harrison announced that he will not return as The Bachelor host. I know nothing about this show. It's weird that there's a show called The Bachelor, and the only people who don't watch it are single adult men. Inmates in Oklahoma prisons will now receive free computer tablets, so they'll now be able to stab each other with eye shivs. Jay-Z and Meek Mill gave New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft a convertible Bentley for his 80th birthday. So this is yet another Robert Kraft story that has a happy ending. During an interview with Lester Holt, Kamala Harris frequently laughed, stammered, and struggled to answer questions. So all of Biden's coaching sessions are working. Now they both sound senile.